How you doing, bro? You right, yeah?
Yeah.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
We believe back home Premier League is the best league in the world, so it's nice to showcase it all over the world, especially in the USA.
How is it to celebrate with the kids, young soccer players?
Yeah, massive, like I say, because you forget sometimes that was you. Growing up, you always looked up to Premier League players, so it's just nice to give a little bit back to, like I say, to the community, and some of them are good players, so no, it's nice to see.
Premier League fans can sometimes not make it to England. How special is it to bring them here?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, because it's difficult in today's world, and like I say, getting over there and time difference as well. It's always hard to watch the game, so it's nice for us to be over here and playing in front of them.
Dwight, for you, listen, this is a big occasion, and how important for you is it that these things happen? You know, grassroots football, especially in this part of the world, to grow the game that we all love.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I say, because it was me about 20 years ago, just a young lad, just wanted to play football and getting to see people who have made it. And like I say, for them, it's great because when I did that, I never forget it, and it's just nice to bring that back as well to the community and in the States as well, where it's massive for other sports. But to win the Premier League here as well is amazing.
Does that show the reach and the size of the Premier League, like just as a league that is so global, that it has that reach all around the world?
Yeah, definitely. Because like I said, for me personally, I think the Premier League is the best football to watch. It's the hardest league in the world, and for me, it produces the best footballers as well. So it's great, like I say, for us to bring it over here and to play in 3 stadiums over here.
And the preparation for yourselves as players, playing against teams that you play against during the league, but how different is it playing in pre-season for the lead up to the main campaign versus, you know, when you know so much about the players you're playing against?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to show a marker where we want to. We all know we want to be in this season because we know it's going to be a massive season for the club in a new stadium, and the gaffer always emphasises where he wants to take the club because he's had successful times here. So it's good to play these 3 games against the other Premier clubs and set a marker. And like I say, for this season, we know it's going to be a massive season for the club.
You mentioned the new stadium there. For the Evertonians around the world, and you know, for some who can't get to the new stadium, what's the vibe like in the dressing room about this stadium, and how excited are you to play in it?
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Like I say, it was sad, obviously, saying goodbye to Goodison because that was such a magnificent stadium to play in and the history there. But like I say, it's just time to move on. We've been there and trained. It looks really good. I think we'll find out more when we play against Roma in a couple of weeks' time. But the focus is here, playing these 3 games. We want to win. Like I say, put a good marker down going into the season.
And the preparation with the intensity, listen, it's hot. We've seen how hot it is out there. What's training like, and how's David putting you guys through your paces? Is he being kind to you and giving you that rest period when you need it? Or is it like, actually, let's use this weather to our advantage and be ready?
Yeah, definitely. I think the gaffer, like I say, the intensity hasn't stopped since we got here. He's always been the same, which is good because, like I say, how determined he is to get the club back to where he wants to be. So for him, it's no rest days, which is good because we always, every day, we're trying to improve. And over here, it's nice to be over it. Different environment. Like I say, it's hotter, but like I say, we've got 3 games and we want to win.
Next year we have the World Cup. First time ever in 3 countries, Canada, Mexico, USA. What's the World Cup means for a soccer player?
Yeah, World Cup's massive. Like I say, it's that tournament, that special things happen every 4 years. I think the last one showing it in Qatar with Argentina winning it and the way they won it as well. I think that's what football is. Anything can happen. I think it being over here as well is going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Thank you.
What do you think of the kids today? Their passion for the sport. How does it feel seeing yourself enthused about the sport? So,
What's that? Sorry.
How do you feel seeing the kids so enthused about the sport today? You mean you were playing with them for a few minutes? How does it feel?
Yeah, it's amazing because, like I say, there's a lot of different sports over here. We think back home, it's all about football, and here they've got NFL, they've got the MLB, and they've got the NBA. But like I say, for them to want to play football as well is amazing. And like I say, it's just nice to see them. And like I say, they've got some good footballers.
Thanks,
you.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
Enjoy it, man.
Thank you.
Take care, man. You okay? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you.
How special is it to bring Premier League here to the United States?
Well, I think it's extremely special because I love the United States. I come here regular. I have a home in Florida, so it's always good to see good football here. I enjoyed the the Club World Cup in the summer. I'll hopefully enjoy the World Cup next summer as well. Meanwhile, I'm here for the first time in the Premier League series in the USA.
How nice is it to see all those little kids who are interested in soccer?
Well, I think the USA has got such an ability to have great football teams because you've got such a big athletic sort of country. Obviously, soccer's still growing in many ways, but I think your MLS, the way the teams are doing over here is amazing. The growth in the football in the USA is incredible. I think the country can take it, but at the moment, probably all the best teams are in Europe, and many of them in the Premier League.
We just saw an agreement between Premier League and the Soccer Federation for the next 3 years, helping to build soccer coaches and players. How special is that?
I think it's really important. I've worked out here many times at different colleges and universities with different people, and we want you Americans to become the new coaches as well. But I think the Premier League, they're experienced, they're now, and sending over some coaches will help, certainly at the lower levels, because the development of the kids when they're 5 and 6 years old is hugely important in how they develop as they go on. I'm sure it's probably no different to any other of the great American sports, but let's hope that soccer continues to grow, certainly growing in your women's football as well, so it's a big product.
David, for yourself, the Premier League putting on such a fantastic outlay for youngsters to get involved in football, and the collaboration between the US and the Europe, but more importantly, obviously, the England. How important is that for the development of soccer in this country and for players to potentially make that move to the Premier League? How important is it to start now and here?
Well, I think the Premier League are helping the USA greatly, but the US has got the ability to produce lots of its own coaches. And it won't be too long until you're producing really top coaches as well. If you look at most of the elite coaches are working in Europe. There's been Americans in there in the past, but I do think that your grassroots, you've such an ability. You've got so much room in this country to build great facilities, get good coaches, and there is a lot of people out there doing great work already. But I think a collaboration with the Premier League will always help the US.
Does that show how big the Premier League actually is? We always say our league's the best in the world, it's the biggest in the world, and sometimes that comes because of finance and stuff like that. But when you actually see what's going on, does this show that actually it's not just about money, it's actually the gravitational pull of the Premier League worldwide that makes these things possible?
I agree. I mean, you have to think now that I think in the Premier League we've got 14 American owners of the clubs in the Premier League. So the Americans are really keen in the Premier League. It's growing greatly. But as I said, I think the future could easily lie in America. It's not to say that it's not that America in the next 20, 30 years might have the best soccer league in the world. Who's to say that? Obviously, you'll know as well as anybody, the money that's coming from TV rights all over the world into the Premier League and is huge and is watched in all the countries throughout the world. So I'm sure the USA won't want to miss out on those finances if it's possible.
And for the players, how important is their role? What sort of message are you giving to the players so that they understand their role in helping kids understand where they once were, and also they have their opportunity to push the game in this part of the region as well? What's their role like?
Well, I think the players are always role models for the children. I mean, a lot of the children out here may be not aware of all the Premier League players, but it's something we want them to get to know. We want them to know Everton Football Club. We want to leave a mark here. We've done it in other cities in America over different years and seasons. So I think it's really important that the US looks to grow their grassroots football. And again, I say it again. Their women's football over here is fantastic in what they do here. So it'd be great to see lots of the young men and young boys getting involved again, and hopefully the Premier League can help that.
And in terms of prep for the guys out here, you've got the players out here, it's warm, it's hot. Is that sometimes people see that as a disadvantage, but to deal with these different elements, to take them outside of the comfort zone to prepare for the season, is that a good thing? Is there benefits from that for the team, for the Premier League?
Look, I think everybody would enjoy coming to the US. We all love coming over here. There's no problem with that. Look, the heat, the conditions, the pitches, are different. We play on pristine pitches all the time. I'm not sure. I've watched the final and I saw the pitches look really good. I've been at a few of the games in the Club World Cup. The pitches look great. So there's lots of things to develop, I think, here actually, as far as infrastructure of soccer goes. But I think the players here will love the opportunity to come and play here, and especially playing the MetLife Stadium in New York.
And lastly, David, for the Evertonians around the world, there's loads of them here in the States, loads of them around the world. There's a new stadium, there's a new feel. You're back at the club, a club you know so well. What message do you have for the Evertonians of what they can expect for next year and beyond in the new era of the football club?
Well, I hope that we can bring them the success which they've had in some ways. We wouldn't say that we were winning loads of trophies, but I think our levels were higher than where they've been for quite a while. At the moment, we're picking the club up a little bit and trying to get it back on track. We hope with the new ownership we can do that. We've got a lot of work to do. This is great that we're here, because maybe in January last year you'd have been saying, well, you won't be a Premier League club. So we're in this Premier League tournament, we're here to enjoy it. We hope we're going to be able to stay and be invited in other years to come as well. And we just hope that we can put on a good show. We're short of players at the moment, but hopefully for all the Evertonians, we're working really hard behind the scenes to make things different.
David, absolute pleasure.
Thank you.